Welcome to Blind Beauty. Together, we can make beauty accessible. Hello, welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What we're going to do today is a makeup look using drugstore products or affordable products, and I will try to say what each one is and exactly what I'm doing without making this too terribly long because, you know, I'm trying to cut down on my videos, like the size, so we'll go ahead and get started here, but I will put a photo up real quick of what the finished look looks like. So if you want to see what the end result looks like, then keep on watching. Alright, first I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Impossible Primer, and I'll put photos up as well, possibly of these. I'm going to try not to have to even edit this. So I'm going to put some of that on my hand and focus this mainly on the T-zone and a little bit under the eyes as well. I've got my little table over here that I'm using for my items, so, but I planned on having more videos up regularly, but I've been having some issues with editing and then problems with it not wanting to upload or wanting to take 6 hours and then, you know, have issues with that, so that makes it a little discouraging to upload. But I thought I'd do a little springtime look. I don't know that I've ever even done a look using the Emily Edit Needs palette. I do have the Wants as well, but I might have done one a long time ago on the Wants, or Needs, I mean. I keep calling it the Wants, and it's the Needs, because it's a lot smaller. Now this is the Covergirl Clean Fresh, Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk, and it's in the shade medium. It's a little pink and white looking tube. So, now I might not match completely like I should, but that's because, you know, I'm in between self-tan and I'm trying to self-tan here and there. So, trying to learn about it a little bit, putting this on my hands and just putting it on, rubbing it in. I've learned sometimes that using my hands works pretty good, especially with a tinted moisturizer, natural finish type product. Now I'm taking this all around, just rubbing it in, because this is meant to be a more skin-like, hydrating foundation. Maybe even tinted moisturizer, I'm not 100% sure. Unfortunately, the writing on this is really difficult for anyone that's visually impaired to see, because it's like white writing on pink, light pink background. That's why I struggled with it so bad, but you'll see here in a minute that even using the Emily Edit palettes, pardon me, that I still struggle a little bit. So, but I just thought I'd do this. This is a look, well, I normally don't do these colors on the eyes that I'm going to do, but this is the skin, I guess you could say, somewhat close to it, of what I do if I'm just feeling tired but yet want to boost my self-esteem a little bit. So, now, if you wanted to, which I'm probably not tonight because it is nighttime, for one, but you could use a color corrector like the NYX Color Correcting and Concealer palette, but I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. If you want to see a video on color correction and what each color can do, what this palette in particular can do, let me know that in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to do a demo, explain, all that. Because I want to make videos that y'all actually want to see. So, now I'm going to take the Clean Fresh concealers. I have two different shades here. Right here. Because one is a little darker and one is a little lighter. We're going to take the darker one first. And I almost used the Profusion hourglass shaped sponge to do that foundation, but I didn't. Now I'm just using my mirror from my Emily Edit palette, because I gotta be able to see what I'm doing. But, you know, I've been trying to experiment here and there, and, you know, it just takes a little learning and relearning, because I've practically quit putting on makeup for a while. But if you saw my last video, I said something about that I was having to replace a bunch of my makeup. Luckily, I got that back. So, you know, that's a good thing. Alright, I'm taking this concealer and I'm going under the eye with it, trying to cancel out some of my bags. But I'm not going like huge triangle type thing. It's just like a crescent or half moon shape under the eyes. This matches me somewhat closely. But yeah, I have been going through and trying to put stuff up, like for if I get into a house. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You know, things can move quickly sometimes once things get rolling. Hopefully that will be happening in the next month or so. Hopefully. So, you can tell that my bags didn't really go away, but they aren't as prominent. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the lighter shade, and honestly, well, actually that one shade was called, looks like it was number 360 medium, that one shade I just used, and this shade is light medium. So, and I'm taking this more in the inner corner and along the outer edge, basically. It's going to be my highlight shade. Right here in the inner corner. And then right along that little tail, basically right up to the brow. The tail of the brow. But I've been experimenting with like little ideas here and there. Like I've got Profusion palettes that I could do team, like baseball team themed looks. I could do whatever team look. I posted on, I believe it was Facebook, I don't think it went to Instagram, a look that I did for the Arkansas Razorbacks, because yes, I'm a Razorbacks team, or fan, rather, not team. But, you know, and it's stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm literally just like patting all this in that I just put on, the highlight shade. And I did put some down the nose as well, is like right up there on the forehead, made a fan shape into the forehead as well. So, alright, we got that done. I just need to make sure I completely blend here. Because I have, and that is a word of caution here. Whatever you put on your face, and I have trouble with this, that's why I'm telling you, make sure you blend. Because I have actually completely done my makeup, powdered it, set it, and then I realized that my contour wasn't fully blended, or that my foundation, there was a big old gap right here in the center of my forehead, or whatever, that I just did not see. Because the lighting in here is not the best. I do have a ring light that I'm using for my videos, but I don't always use that ring light. I don't keep it, you know, hooked up. And I'd rather sit down in front of a mirror, you know, or stand up like I'm doing here in front of a mirror, or with a mirror. It's a little more awkward to do this, but alright, now I'm going to use the this is called the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and I believe this is in, yeah, this is in medium. Yes, I finally got this. I'm still trying to decide whether I even like it, but it does give more of a, it doesn't take the, put matte, you know, make your face look all real matte, so I do like that. But it is kind of a, the medium is more of a tannish color, and I'm using my e.l.f. complexion brush. Yeah. Well, you can possibly tell the color there. I'm going to tap some of that off because I'm doing my forehead. I'm basically taking this all over, but tapping it off before I go everywhere. Oh, and I did take that foundation down the neck as well, which apparently I did not get it fully blended because I can feel it. But that's the good thing about this brush. It kind of blends and sets at the same time if need be. Because I have messed up like that many, many times. But, I'm trying to do quicker makeup looks. And, you know, my family, well, some of my family members are for me doing this, and other ones are more like, it's stupid, but, you know, it is what it is. If I like it, what's the matter what anyone thinks? I mean, it's not like I'm blowing a bunch of money on it. Yeah, I buy things here and there, but usually that's because I have CVS Care Bucks, and then whatever I get, I end up getting more Care Bucks. So, but yeah, I went a little heavier than I normally would on the powder, but it does have a glow to it a little bit. Now, typically I would also take a powder like that and go under the eyes, which I did lightly go there, but I'm trying to kind of set things back away from me once I do it, because I don't like getting confused. And I'm not like right up on my stuff where I can easily see it. So that's a little bit of a pain. Now I'm taking the flat setting powder brush from Profusion. And I'm going to go into this Emily Edit palette. Looks like this right here. And I don't want to blind y'all, but try to cover up the mirror here. Well, let me just do it this way. Alright. This is the Emily Edit palette. The Needs palette. So, I'm going to take the shade called Kindness, and I'm going to put that up under my eyes. Just on that Profusion brush. It's a creamy matte shade. Emily talked about putting it in here because it's a good under eye setting powder. So, that's what I'm doing with it. So, but I don't know if y'all use CVS or not, but if you do, there's a thing called Care Pass, and no, this is not sponsored by CVS, okay? It's not sponsored. But there's a CVS Care Pass that you can pay for by the year, you know, you pay a certain amount. I can't remember how much I paid, but it's coming due again in May, I think. But every month, I get $10 in care bucks. So it more than pays. I think it turned out to be like $5 a month or something like that, typically. So I'm basically earning $5, especially if you got so much off Maybelline, and then they're running a special where you get so many CVS care bucks for spending X amount, or buying 2, or whatever. Y'all can see where that could add up real quick. Okay, now I'm going in with I'm going to mix, actually, Kindness and Joy. Joy is the blush color, and Kindness is the white looking color. I'm always afraid of going too harsh on my blush, so I'm going to put that on. And I'm a good distance away from the camera. I don't know if y'all could tell that. So it's like the ring light is more than an arm's length away from me. So that makes it a little harder to see. You're seeing my makeup as I would typically put it on, actually. Maybe with a tiny, tiny bit more light. But, okay, now I'm going to go back in with that e.l.f. Complexion brush. I'm going to go in with Courage. It's the contour shade at the very top. And I'm going in with that and going around my temples, well, the sides of my forehead, then down the temples. And I also run it along the hairline. But, yeah. And you can get prescriptions, because I do the Care Pass, because then no one has to bring me my prescriptions. And I can have them delivered from my local store or my local pharmacy free. I mean, it might take a couple of days, but that's fine. I also took it as a light contour, that Courage, and then down my jawline as well. I'm not doing a heavy-duty sculpted look today. If you want me to do a more full glam look with this palette, or do a day-to-night look with this palette, let me know that in the comments down below. I'm taking it down the neck a little bit and onto my chest, just because I worry about things matching. And since I do have shorter hair, I have to take it back almost under the hairline a little bit. And I've had to do that whenever I've worried about getting my self-tan even. So, you know, it is what it is. But whenever I order from CVS, I'll go ahead and get some of the items that I can get using my Care Bucks or Care Pass or coupons or whatever. Go ahead and do it. Sometimes that's how I earn the Care Bucks. But, and then I'm using the Profusion tapered powder brush. It's a really long, fluffy brush, and I'm going into Gratitude. It's the highlight shade. And by the way this goes is it has Courage, which is the contour shade, Joy, which is the blush shade, then Gratitude, which is the highlight shade, which you don't have to use those in that order, you know, or for only that, but, you know, you can use them for anything, really. I could take that blush shade and put it up in my crease, which I might do today. I don't know yet. I didn't really plan this out. I just thought, well, we'll see where it goes. And I'm taking this up in the center of my forehead, along the edges of my brow, and take it down the nose. I have thought about doing a how to look more awake video. You know, I didn't sleep much last night, which y'all can probably tell by the under eye bags. I'm dealing with some insomnia, but that's neither here nor there. Now, well, I could have taken this brush here and done the contouring, but I didn't spot it until now. Now I have a few other brushes to use. Now we're going to work on the eyes. But we're going to be using the Eco Tools Brush Duo set that has brushes on each end. And unfortunately there's no real label on them. But one has a flat, small brush. And the other one has a fluffier brush. We're going to go into that fluffier brush. Or with that fluffier brush. And I'm going to take that same shade I used for contouring called Courage. Tap into it. You don't want to go overboard on any of these because they are very pigmented. And I'm taking it and buffing it from the outer corner. And I'm making sure to have my brush tilted, the handle tilted down so that I'm forcing it higher than my crease. I don't want to block y'all, or else I would do like Risa Does Makeup does and look straight into the, mirror. But I am checking that, so I will be blocking you from time to time. I have noticed lately, and I don't know why I started noticing it, but I am getting more of a hooded eye. Maybe I've had it all along and just didn't really realize it. I know I have teeny tiny eyes, but because I've noticed, like, using cream products, it will, like, crease sometimes right there in the eyes. Even the product I've got here that I might use, I'm not sure yet, on the lid, I'm sure even that would not really stay. It would stick and move around and all that, but I'm just doing what I can. And like I said, I force it more up towards the tail of the brow. And if you hold further down on the brush, you have less control. But if you hold further up on the brush, you have more. So, but I'm kind of blowing that out above the crease, giving myself a crease, actually. So, now I'm going to take the other brush that they have with this, that has a more flat side to it, but still it makes a good crease brush. And it has an eyeliner-like brush. And mine is apparently fraying a little bit. But, yeah, it's fraying. But that's okay. I don't really use the eyeliner side much anyway. And I'm going to go in with that blush shade, Joy, and use the one that has the flat type. It's a longer, flat side of the brush. Or tip of the brush. And I'm going right on that tip into Joy. I'm going to take that right in the crease. Right in the crease. Just darken that up a little bit, because we're going to do more of a rosy toned look, which typically whenever I haven't slept I wouldn't do, but for y'all I'm doing it. So, but do y'all like this kind of chit-chatty where I'm just shooting the bull, telling you what's going on, how things are going? Granted it can make it a longer video, but I'm trying not to, y'all. I'm really trying not to make them 45 minutes, an hour, even 30 minutes if I can help it. But explaining things to where y'all understand what I'm doing takes a little bit of time. So now I'm going to go in with Honesty, which is a well, it's a kind of a shimmery. Honestly, at first it looked like a rose gold, like a deeper tone. Yeah, it's a deeper shade than Joy. And the shades on this are Honesty, Passion, which is like a shimmery black. Then there's Peace, which is more of a skin tone, a beigey type color. Then you have a shade called Faith, which is more of a deeper than Courage. And then you have a cool toned shade, cool toned deeper brown in Hope. Actually, I think the one right above that Passion is actually a brown. No, it's black, shimmery black. Then you also have a shade called Love, which is a little bit lighter, believe it or not, than the shade that we used under the eye. Kindness. It's hard for me to see because it's fairly dark where I'm at. So, but I'm going to go in with that shade called Honesty and go ahead and mix a little bit of Gratitude with it on the side of the brush, on the flat part. We took the tip to go in the crease. Now we're going in on the side and mixing two shades because I don't want to be too crazy. So, and then I kind of tap it on my hand a little bit just to make sure it's well mixed. And if you don't want the shimmer, you could always go in with Honesty and Love or whatever. But I've got that on my brush here. And I'm going to tap that on the eye. But Honesty has a little bit of shimmer to it anyway. Not overboard, but it does have some. But yeah, I'm getting out more. I go to the gym. I go to a grocery store. You know, like I have a Planet Fitness membership. And that's where I go to the gym at. Through my silver sneakers. And then I will take my time and enjoy that. And then I will end up usually going to some kind of grocery store or another store. Or I'll go before I work out, one of the two. And I'm tapping into the Gratitude side a little more now because I'm basically trying to lighten up that inner part. I always worry that I won't get it even whenever I try to mix them like I see other gurus do. But the only way I know or I can do it is to practice. And that's the same for you. But alright, now I'm going to go down to Faith. I'm going to go back on the tip of this and we're going to put it in the outer V and about halfway into the crease. I'm not going crazy with this look today, y'all. Like I said, I can do a more day to night look or even a, you know, special occasion type look with this. But I just thought I'd do something a little rosy toned, a little different. Because normally I do like basic eyeshadow looks. Most of mine are pretty much the same thing. And I'm tapping this. I get it on the end, but then I'm tapping it on that outer V. And then I sweep it into the middle. Kind of blending it. But, yeah, since I'm getting older soon. Well, you get older every day, but, you know, I've noticed my skin getting a lot drier. I've had to change up my products I use, because I've always used certain products because of how my skin always was, or certain types of products. But now I'm actually having to get more moisturizing stuff. I've thought about doing a video on just skincare Now I'm taking that Gratitude shade and putting it right in the inner corner. So I've been trying different things like serums that I've never really tried before, other steps to the skincare instead of just wash, tone, moisturize, done. So. Alright, now I'm going to go back to that fluffy side of the other brush, and we're going to go into that Love shade. And we're going to sweep that under the brow bone. Let that be our highlight. I mean, yeah, we got that shimmery one there on the inner corner, but I like having more of a matte highlight. And I'm going to take my finger and kind of blend out that Gratitude shade a little bit down there. And remember my saying, when in doubt, blend it out. So if you're afraid you went too hard, blend, 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 blend on both sides. That's how I have to do it, at least. That way maybe it won't look as funky or whatever. Now I'm going to take that shade Faith, and I'm going on that small end of that fluffy brush that we used for putting that highlight on. I'm going to take that right under the eye, kind of to define that lash line. And you could also use Courage to make it a little less prominent if you wanted to. But, you know, I've got so many different ideas. I've got so much things that I could do that it's like, well, I don't know, you know. Plus with trying to upload and it failing so much. And then usually it gets lost in the process. But, you know, I'm doing what I can. Alright, put some of these brushes up. Do y'all get discouraged whenever you try working on a project and just sometimes end up saying, I can't do it today, you know? Especially if your vision is messing up like mine will after so long. Because I'm doing the editing usually on my phone. So, that does make a little bit of a difference. Alright. Now, the brow product I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use two here. But first, we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. And I'm going to, yes, my hand is all covered in swatches from that palette, me trying to figure out colors. But that's typical for me. Now this product has a spoolie on one end and a retractable brow pencil on the other. I mean, it's not, you know, the best, but it's not the worst either. But yeah, sometimes I'll be trying to edit and I'll go to look for a certain part of the video and somehow it's gotten deleted or whatever. So it's like, then the entire video is scrapped because I can't find that part, and it's not like I can redo it from complete memory. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. I've got other videos planned for tonight, or possibly in the morning. You know, I've never done actual vlogging, because I'm so nervous about putting anyone else in my videos. I mean, I've done that, and ended up basically deleting them. So, I don't really want to do that, unless, you know, I have their full permission, and I fully trust them. You know, not to be, because well, y'all know I'm not usually very goofy in my videos. So, in a couple of videos I had the people were just downright silly. You know, and it's like, no, that's not my channel, that's not how I do. So, I'm more of a serious person. I could make these videos more like news broadcasts. But I'm taking this and doing light, short strokes. I've got to fix my eyebrows again. Trim them. I mean. So, and go take care of my tail on my brows. But, you know, I went a little bushier than what I typically do, but because I'm trying to make my brows a little thinner because they grow back so fast. Now I'm taking the spoolie side of this and I'm just brushing them out. This actually looks pretty natural. This entire look, besides the eye makeup, really looks fairly natural. I mean, if you wanted it fully natural, you could do the Gratitude shade or one of the white shades on the lid. Put the Courage or Faith in the crease. Basically, contour your eyelids. And that's basically it. There you go. You have a natural look. So, but I don't even know if I'm going to do my... No, I'm not going to use the Brow Wow from e.l.f. today. I mean, I had products set out just in case I wanted to go full on glam. But, and then I'm going to use the Nyx Eye Pencil in brown. Maybe, if it's sharpened. I'm not going to take time to sharpen it. Yeah, I'm going to do that and go right along my upper lash line. I mean, if I thought that people would actually watch a news broadcast style, then I would do my reviews news broadcast style. Or my reviews, rather. As well as, like I talked about, doing other types of videos, like the how to look more awake. I could easily do that as a news broadcast. As a kid, I used to act like I was on the news, doing shows and whatnot. Now I'm going to take the e.l.f. Trying to figure out which one this is. e.l.f. Mood, Big Mood Mascara in waterproof. And put that on. See, we're practically done, y'all. It's got an hourglass type wand. But let me know what y'all want to see. I might film, I'm not sure if I'll do it tonight, tomorrow, film a what's in my gym bag type video. Or a what's in my makeup bag, travel, like for going out, my purse makeup bag. Because I do carry a purse as well as my gym bag to the gym. And usually one of the two has my makeup bag. That is a full, well, not completely full coverage, but full face, for the most part, of makeup. And I'm not doing my lower lashes today, but I have gotten to where I'm trying to do those more. As well as doing lower liner and all that. So, I'm working on building my skills so that I can help explain things to y'all a little bit better. There we go. Now, sometimes, most of the time, I try to curl my lashes, but I didn't do that tonight. I got to talking and not thinking and got sidetracked, which crap happens. Okay, now, where did my look go? This is a shade called Raspberry, number 70 in the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth. lipsticks. Emily Noel has called it the sweatpants of lipstick before, which I get because I love it. Putting this on. It's I think it's called raspberry. I could be wrong. I've even worked on like lining my lips and overlining them to correct my cupid's bow and all that more. So but hard to do that with a lip balm pencil, really. But I just wanted something simple, you know. Well, the eye look took a little bit more time because I had to think about it. But overall, you know, it worked pretty good. Now I'm taking one of the Wet n Wild multi-sticks. I'm not sure what the shade is on this. It's the solid white one. Taking this and putting it in the waterline. Got it all over my lower lashes, I think, too, a little bit. But buff that out a little bit. But yeah, y'all, that right there is the actual finished look. Now I'm going to come in real close. See, my skin does have a natural sheen to it because of that e.l.f. Halo Glow. You know. Now, like I said, I messed up with the multi-stick. Hadn't really tried that on the lower line before. So, I've just used it to try to do a cut crease. But, you know, like I said, I'm trying new things so that I can pass it on how to do it, because I've had to watch so many people do it so many times in different ways to be able to figure things out, and I don't want y'all to have to do that. But if you just want straight up eye tutorials, which is the main thing I know for sure how to do very well, you know, I pride myself in my eye tutorials besides my liner, but you know, I'm getting better at that too. So, but if you want to see more looks like this, if you want to see more glam looks, more holiday, more prom, even a wedding, even though I'm not getting married anytime soon, any kind of like special occasion type look, a certain toned look, whatever. Even if you want a video on like self-tanning, how to do it, what you need, tips, tricks, whatever. Let me know that in the comments down below. Like I said, I might do the what's in my gym bag or what's in my makeup bag tonight or tomorrow. I've also got other tags like the Who Did It Best that Emily Noel 83 originally did. And she didn't make it a tag, but several people already have done it. The My Makeup Application tag, my Beauty Community tag. All these are by certain people that I would reference whenever doing the videos. I don't know if y'all even like tags. So, let me know what y'all want to see in the comments down below. Because I really do love reading your comments. And I love just being able to talk to y'all. You know, it might be frustrating to get it to upload. But hopefully this won't be, because I won't have to edit anything. Or at least I shouldn't. And there was my reminder going off about my medicine. Because I've been put on a new medication too to help with me sleeping. So that makes a difference too in what I'm able to do. So, but I do hope you hit that subscribe button if you're not already. And stay tuned for what's coming next. Bye.